What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm filming a little bit differently as far as like makeup video goes. I'm filming a squishy video, but I didn't want to show my face on camera today, but I did want to swatch these. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing. So these actually aren't mine. I picked them up for my mother-in-law and sisters-in-law because they didn't have it at their local Dollar Tree, and so they had a bunch at mine, and so I picked a few up for them. And they said I could open them and swatch them, and so that is what I'm gonna do today. So I figured I'd open up and swatch them just so there's a reference to it, and so you guys could find them at your local Dollar Tree, because I mean it's $1 for 3 highlighters. I've actually never had anything from LA Colors, so this will be interesting. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's pretty nice and iridescent and metal finishes. Okay. This one definitely reminds me of the, what is it called? The Moonchild palette. But anyways, let's go ahead and open it. So the packaging isn't bad. It's, you know, some basic packaging. It's nothing fancy. You can kind of see me there. All right. Yeah. And then on here, it tells you the directions. Tells you the ingredients, I should say. And I will say there isn't parabens in this, so that's nice. Okay, which I found shocking that there isn't parabens because it is a Dollar Tree. But what is the main ingredient? Mica and talc, and that's a lot of high-end like highlighters have mica and talc. So let me go ahead and zoom up. Oh wow, I am pretty impressed with this pigmentation. Can you guys see that? So I'm gonna go ahead and swipe that. Swipe this, and there isn't any names as far as let me show you, like the colors go, but actually I forgot to mention, so it has a name right on top right there. So it's called Enlighten, but there is no individual names. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch. How am I gonna swatch this? Okay, let's just do this. So that was the first one. That's actually really pretty. So it looks white in the pan for the most part, but then it has a shift. So I would say this has like a pinky purple shift. I can't tell if you can see it on camera. It's a very slight shift, and I definitely see glitter. This one definitely has a green shift. It's a white highlighter with a green shift, and then this is a white highlighter with a tinge of blue, but it's mostly like silver. It's like a silvery blue. So I think it's called Star in the Moonchild palette. This looks like Star from Moonchild, and then this looks like Lucky Clover. And I wouldn't say this necessarily looks like Pink Heart because it isn't as pink as Pink Heart. It's just it's pretty subtle. So that's what it looks like. So those are what the swatches look like. I'm actually pretty impressed. They're pretty pigmented and they feel pretty soft. They don't feel like super chalky. So that is pretty nice. Okay, so that's the first palette. The next palette we have here is the Wild Child one. And it looks like this. This is kind of funny that I'm filming it this way. I actually like doing this because sometimes I just don't want to go. I want to film a video, but I don't want to go on camera. But here, hold on quick. Look at these swatches on my hand. It's pretty impressive for 3 highlighters for $1. Okay. So here's this. This definitely reminds me of some colors from the Aurora Glow Kit. Obviously both of them are Anastasia. And okay, off the bat, it definitely reminds me of, I don't remember exactly the 2 names, but for sure, like, you'll know which blue it is if you look in the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit. These 2 are similar color. This color, it looks a little bit different from what's in the palette, from like off the top of my head. So that is actually really pretty and pigmented. Look at that. Okay, that's actually not happening. Let's do one. Okay, this one feels a little bit chalkier. This one was really smooth though, the first one. Honestly, I don't use this color specifically in the Royal Glow Kit as much. I feel that it looks different. I thought they were going to look very similar, but I could be wrong. So let me go ahead and show you guys these. This one's pretty soft. The blue is definitely, it does smooth out as you swatch it. It does feel chalky initially, and so you need to go in for definitely a second swipe. I'm actually pretty impressed with these. If you don't want to splurge on the Anastasia Glow Kits and you're never going to really wear them, I don't wear them as much, but I do wear mine. I definitely check these out. Okay. You could see my hairy arms. I don't shave my arms like most people do. Anyways. So let's just show you that. Yeah, I don't actually know if I'll record like this again, to be honest, because I don't like how you can see my arms in action. I will mention there is an applicator, but it's like an eyeshadow applicator, which I think is weird, considering it's highlighter, but you know, I guess it's good for something. All right, the next one we have here, we're moving on to the more neutral colors. Actually, one of them is an eyeshadow palette, but I said to my mother-in-law that it would probably work good as a highlighter, and so she just said to pick it up. And so this one is called, what is this called? Time to Glow. And this is what it looks like. Come on, I cannot get this open. I forgot to mention, guys, this video is all over the place, that there's 5 grams of product in this. So that's basically like a Wet n Wild highlighter, but you get 3 colors right there. I cannot get this open. Okay. So this one seems a little bit darker. One, that's pretty. And honestly, even if they use it as an eyeshadow, it would be pretty as well. So you could see these are a little bit powdery, but honestly, these are actually really pretty. Okay, look at that. These apply very smoothly, and I can tell you right now, they probably won't be able to use this as a highlighter unless they like get super tan over the summer. But these would be beautiful eyeshadows, and I think they will, and you definitely use those as eyeshadows. Okay, the next one here is called Moonbeam. So we have 2 more after this. So they all have 5 grams in them. This is what it looks like up close. I didn't say what this one would remind me of. If anything, kind of like Sun Dip, but not quite. Actually, it's not even like Sun Dipped at all from Anastasia. So I can't really pinpoint what exactly this reminds me of. This is what this one looks like. This reminds me of, is it called Snow? No, White Pearl from Anastasia. So let's just see what these colors swatch like. Whoa, that is pretty blinding right there. That right, matte swatch right there is definitely the most pigmented of everything I swatched. And look at that white. That is really pretty. I think this is my favorite one so far. Look at that. That is so pigmented. Okay, let's swatch this. You know what? I'm just gonna do it right here. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? It is so pigmented. And it's really shiny and really reflective. I'm very impressed with this. This looks like high-end right here. This one and the one before are pretty high quality. This looks like White Pearl, and I can't pinpoint what these 2 look like. They're really pretty though. Now I kind of want one. I will say, let me see, is there glitter? The first 2 had chunky glitter. This seems to just have a sheen. Yeah, this one seems to have a sheen. The first 3 had glitter though. I think only this one for the one previous. I think it was called, was it Moonbeam? Enlighten? I don't remember which is named what. But the one I just swatched previously, this one was the only one with glitter. This one did not have glitter at all. So that one was really pretty. So that one was called, this one's called Moonbeam. This is my favorite so far. Okay, last one that's considered a highlighter is this one called Candlelight. I thought this was super pretty. This kind of reminded me of one of the Anastasia glow kits. I don't know. It was like one of their first 2 glow kits that I didn't own, and I didn't really pay attention to highlighter that much. But these, I thought these would look pretty. So let me show you this. Again, that applicator is just kind of annoying. Look at that. I think my mother-in-law will particularly like this because it's not too intense, and I feel like she'll like that. It's like natural, but it still has like, it's pretty pigmented. You know what I mean? So let's just do that right here. Okay, these ones are a little bit disappointing. They are really pretty, and they have a nice sheen to them, but they look virtually similar. Like this one looks a little bit different, but the first 2 swatch the same, and they look pretty different in the pan, but they swatch pretty, yeah, pretty much the same. But look at that shine. My favorite one out of all the bunch is definitely this one. And this was Moonbeam. I think someone with pale skin to the darkest skin could definitely rock this because you have the white in there for pale skin, but you could also use that white on darker skin, just a little, like kind of like an emphasis, because if that makes sense, I would do like a gold and then just do a pinch of the white just for a more pop. That is really pretty. I really want that. That is pretty. Okay, so the last one we have here, and I predict that is going to be the most pigmented because technically that is supposed to be eyeshadow. So all of the ones I showed you were highlighters, and it says highlighters on the packet. Oftentimes I'll get like a single eyeshadows from the drugstore and use them as highlights, and so that's what I kind of thought I thought that this would be handy for. So this reminded me of the Sun Dip Glow Kit and the Kathleen Lights. Looked a little bit darker, but so this one's called Orchid, and then again this is just eyeshadow. Alright, and so this has like little flowers in them. So same concept, same packaging for the most part. Actually, I didn't see if there was parabens in this. There's paraffins and alcohol, which I think that's kind of weird, but I don't think I've ever seen alcohol in a powder formula, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's go in. Okay. Well, that's kind of a disappointment. I was not expecting it to be that sheer. I was definitely expecting it to be really blinding. And look, it looks like an overspray. That's very disappointing. Look at that. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one. And then the third one. It's definitely an overspray, so they definitely won't be able to use this as a highlighter. None of them, because they're pretty dark. They'll make really pretty eyeshadows though. So let's go ahead and swatch that. Okay, so it's a pretty shimmery pink color for the summer, but these are definitely not going to work as highlighters for them. Honestly, even on deep skin tones or even on my skin tone, this is not going to work. Maybe this I can make work, but honestly, it's not going to work. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. So again, these are all the palettes. I'm just going to show you guys one more time. Again, these are Dollar Tree, so I would honestly recommend picking them up if you want to add to your collection, if you've been wanting to try Moonchild for a while, or the Aurora Glow Kit, these are great because they're $1, and if you don't want to spend much on like highlighters that you don't think you're going to wear often, this is definitely an alternative. But I would personally recommend the Wet n Wild ones over these. To be honest, the Wet n Wild is still inexpensive. It's not as cheap as the LA Colors, but I prefer the formulation for the Wet n Wild. However, if you had to pick up one of these kits, I think you should pick up this one. And I think this will be the most versatile from lightest to deepest skin tones. I mean, the light skin tones you probably wouldn't be able to use these two, but you could always mix it and use it as eyeshadow. Cause look how pigmented. I left those on my hands. Like that looks like high-end like Becca highlighter. And I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm excited for my in-laws to try these and see if they like them. Comment down below which one your favorite is, and if you've tried these and if you have liked these personally. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.